Bringing contributions for our country in a national level that can go into an even international level, let's say, is a very honorable thing to do, a very honorable contribution, and it needs to be appreciated. But we think that not to the extent of sacrificing our own policy. Let's look at the problem happening. Special treatment from the government for these athletes just because they are athletes can actually go past the standards or qualifications that they should have before they are before they granted a citizenship. For example, they doesn't need to go through 5 years of living in the country. They doesn't need to adapt first into the society, and they can just easily get this citizenship. And we think when this is being implemented, it will be fair counterproductive to our policy of actually having these standards and qualifications, because then, for example, when people actually have a threat that they bring from another country, or for example they don't actually fit in with the society in the country, we think that this kind of negatives will happen if we doesn't implement our motion. And we think that the existing alternative, for example visa, is still working, so there is no need for us to continue with this policy, and we think that we should stop this policy. Our stance in this debate is, as the government, we want to disallow the practice of instantaneously naturalizing foreign athletes to serve on national sports team, and our goal is to not be biased and be objective in implementing our policy before granting this citizenship. Our model is to, firstly, we want these foreign athletes to use visa. If there is a competition that needs standards, for example, the actual visa doesn't allow you to work, we want to give more benefits in their visa, but still in a form of visa. Secondly, we think that if these foreign athletes actually want to apply for citizenships here, it is possible, but and their time when they actually do these competitions, it will be included in the qualification. For example, if they work here for 5 years, it will be counted that they have lived here for 5 years. And they need to also fulfill the other qualifications before they are actually given the actual citizenship if they want to actually live here. So in this debate, I will bring out two arguments. Firstly, about qualifications to grant a citizenship is important to be fulfilled. Secondly, about guaranteeing a better merging in the society. Going to my first argument about qualifications to grant a citizenship is important to be fulfilled. Let's firstly look at the characterization of foreign athletes. We think that foreign athletes come here uh, for sure is to follow their passion, to do whatever they want to do, but also to work for our country here. And we think that the background that they bring from the foreign country, maybe not all of it that we are aware of. For example, the living conditions from where they came from, how they actually behave there. These are the things that are probably not written in reports, that so therefore we doesn't know about this. So we think that the foreign athletes are actually kind of mysterious in a way when coming from another area. And let's also characterize to you what is the characterization of citizenship itself. We think that when we are already granting a citizenship to a people, we think that they actually have the capability to automatically merge into the society, into the existing society, without any more limitation, with people that are already living here, and they will have equal rights and obligations with people that born and actually grow up in the area. They need to understand the lifestyle, the culture, the customs, the policies that are being implemented in this country. We think that through instantaneously naturalizing foreign athletes, this all of these qualifications will not be actually fulfilled. I will bring you two points. Firstly, we think that granting citizenship should not should not be very easy, because there are a lot of requirements in granting that citizenship. Is very important for people to actually get to know and adapt to our country and way of life of our country and our people, but also for our people to do the same with them, for this foreigner to actually know about them and to adapt to their presence. The second point, we think that sometimes not all of this written report or interviews fully reflect the reality, and there are things that are probably not written that can be very dangerous for our people. Because, for example, there is a possibility of these foreign athletes to bring out threat, for example, that they with we already granting the citizenship, that they cannot be deported to their uh, original country. We think that with implementing our motion, therefore it will be better, because the foreigner actually already have the incentive to follow our requirements if they actually have they have the interest to go apply for citizenship in our area, because they already have the incentive in the very first place to work in our country. So in conclusion, we believe it is justified for the government to implement this new proposal, because qualifications to grant a citizenship is very important to be fulfilled. Now, going into my second argument about guaranteeing a better merging in the society, we think the problem happening is with instantaneously naturalizing foreign athletes. We are actually giving easy access to uh, to, to citizenship for people that are granted the citizenship, when in reality they are not ready and qualified yet to be counted as our own citizenship, because they haven't went through the qualifications that are the normal procedure that needs to be implemented to them. So we think that the likelihood of this to happen is because this kind of foreign people doesn't actually really understand our culture, or doesn't have the capability to understand our culture, our lifestyle and policies, or to adapt to it. And we think it will work the other way around, for our people to actually get to know them or to adapt to them. We think that the opposition team might argue that these foreign people will actually get through the adapting process or get to knowing process after granted the citizenship anyway. So on their side of the house, they will argue that it will be okay, because it will be the same either way around. We think that this is very wrong, because before in any way, shape, or form, before you are doing something, you need to actually do a preparation before the practice itself. With these foreign athletes are being going push into the practice at the very first time, it will be very easier um to show up problems such as dispute, the disassociation for people, prejudice, and etc. We think that on our proposal, comparatively with implementing our motion, except that it will be more fair to all of people and we will be very objective, we think that our side of the house give full guarantee that these people will actually ready to merge into the existing society. Our team will minimize the conflicts that will happen in the society, as I've already explained to you, and also protect our citizen from the possible threats. So in conclusion, we think it is better on our side of the house, because the government team actually guarantee a better merging in the society. Therefore, we so proud to propose. Thank you.